Hi guys, this is the history of everything, and today let's look at the Weedflower book summary. So, Weedflower is an incredible book written by Cynthia um, Cando8. I'm probably pronouncing the last name wrong. Weedflower is an amazing book. It is historical fiction. In my last book review, 2010, was taking place during World War II, so I thought we should do this one since I've read it. Weedflower is about a girl that's 12 and she moves to an internment camp. If you don't know what an internment camp, you'll learn more in this video. Now, this video doesn't just cover um, a summary of this book. We are also going to be covering what an internment camp is, but on my title, I just say Weedflower book summary. So, Weedflower starts out, she is 12, her parents died in a car accident, so she lives with her uncle, her aunt, her grandpa, and her two older cousins. She works on a flower farm. Here's the cover. She works on a flower farm, and she really loves flowers. And when she gets sick, her uncle comes and hires some other people, but he's like, you're always really good, really. And so everything changes in 1941 when Japan bombs Pearl Harbor. Now, after everything changes, the reason why is because all the Japanese were forced out by the issue order by Franklin Delano Roosevelt into internment camps. Now, internment camps were places where Japanese people would go because they were afraid. So they would like just park one in the middle of the desert. And it's really mean what they did. And so they were on an Indian reserve, and sometimes the Indians were kind of mean to them. And so during this period of time, it's kind of hard for the Japanese. And then later, while they're in the internment camps, it's really sad because they don't get paid as much as they used to. And before they go and are shipped to the internment camp, people come in their house and are offering say if say if I had a book and it was $10, then people come in and are like, hey, I'll buy that book for $4 or $5, and they're ruining the value, and it's really sad. And before they went to the internment camp, they would live in a stable. All these stables in the race car, they would have one light bulb, and all the food would give them diarrhea. It's really sad. It's really sad how the Americans treated Japanese, even when they were their own citizens. Now, when they went to the internment camp, it was in Boston, Arizona. So it was really hot there, and in the winters it would be really cold. So it was kind of hard for the people, for the Japanese people to leave everything. And then 2 years or 3 years later, the Americans said, "Hey, we need more people. Come back and go to the factories. Come back and work in the factories. Come back and fight for our war." And one family left, and um, so the main character of the book. So the main character is Samiko. Now, Samiko is a very fascinating little girl. She has a little brother named Taka, and Taka and her do interesting things. And at the very end of the book, she has a friend named Frank. He's an Indian boy, and her family leaves. Her uncle um, and her grandpa are in this camp in Oregon. Both of her cousins are serving in the war, and her aunt, her, and her brother are all going to Chicago because she's going to work for a factory. Now let's fast forward. Now let's go back in time. And so what she some families actually had already left, and they said that it was really hard because they had to go 10 miles until they were finally served with a grocery store, till they or a restaurant. So you can see a phase, it's almost like segregation. Like America doesn't have happy really chapters, and that's why it's good that we remember them so we don't repeat them again. Now, Weedflower is an incredible book, and it's like amazing. And yeah, I hope I didn't give away the very end of the book, but I just gave you a few details of the book. Now, if you want some more details, I didn't explain all the characters, I didn't explain the setting, the plot. If you want to know more characters, setting, and the plot, you can get this book at your library. Well, maybe not since quarantine is. You can get it on Audible, Amazon, thrift books. Um, this book is incredible. A lot of the writers are really good at thinking, and they have really good literature. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please, about Weedflower, about a book summary of Weedflower. Please consider subscribing. Like this video, share it with your friends, and I will see you in the next episode. See you then, guys.